After getting laid off in your late 50s or early 60s, you might be thinking of either getting a new job or maybe entering semi retirement to cut back to 3 days a week, or only working mornings or taking Fridays off to go play golf. If semi retirement is what you're looking for, you may be looking at it all wrong. I know people in semi retirement who are working 50 hours a week who've never been happier. And I know others who've cut back to 20 hours who are just miserable. The difference isn't the hours, it's entirely something else. If you're planning your semi retirement around working less, you may be setting yourself up for disappointment. I say that because I believe you're solving for the wrong problem. Hi, I'm Scott, and after spending over 4 decades in corporate America and getting laid off myself, I've watched a lot of people transition into what they call semi-retirement. Some of them, some of them nailed it. Others haven't. I'm trying to figure it out for myself and help you along the way. What I've noticed is the ones who struggled, I'm noticing they made the same mistakes. They thought semi retirement was just about subtracting hours from their work week. The ones who thrived, they understand what semi retirement is actually about. And here's the thing, once you understand this too, it changes everything. Your timeline changes, the financial planning changes, the conversations you have with your spouse changes. The whole game just shifts. Today, I want to talk about and break down the 5 truths about semi retirement that I don't think anybody really talks about. And fair warning, some of this might challenge everything you've been planning for yourself. But if you're willing to rethink what semi retirement actually means, if you're willing to rethink that, you might discover something way better than what you were originally aiming for. All right, truth number 1, semi retirement is about control, not hours. And here's what I think most people miss, you're not tired of working, you're tired of other people controlling your work. You're tired of meetings you didn't schedule. You're tired of priorities that aren't yours. You're tired of defending how you spend your Tuesday afternoon. You're tired of performance reviews that measure the wrong things. You're tired of politics and approvals and having to pretend you care about initiatives that you just flat think are stupid. That's not the same thing as being tired of the work itself. I've met semi retired people running small consulting practices who work 60 hours, 60-hour weeks during the busy seasons. They're energized. Why? Because every hour is a choice. They picked the projects, they set the scope, they decide when to say yes and when to say no. Compare that to someone who negotiated down to 3 days a week at their corporate job. I mean, if that's even an option. I know a lot of times it's not. But yeah, they've got 2 days off, but still, it's someone else's agenda. They still have meetings they don't want to attend. They still have work that doesn't align with their values. What do you think feels more semi retired? The person working 60 hours a week on their own terms, or the person working 24 hours a week on someone else's? So before you start negotiating those fewer hours, again, if your company even has that option, ask yourself this, is it the hours that are killing you, or is it the lack of autonomy? Because if it's autonomy you need, cutting your hours by 40% while keeping 0% control, that isn't going to fix anything. You'll just be frustrated in less time. All right, point number 2, semi retirement is about meaning, not leisure. I think this one surprises a lot of people. They imagine semi retirement as endless rounds of golf, long lunches, travel, hobbies, finally having some time to relax. Maybe it's full time retirement. I don't know. And I think for about 6 weeks, this is what I experienced. It sounds amazing, and it was nice. But then something happens. You start feeling empty. You feel restless. You catch yourself checking your old work email. You're bored in ways you never expected to be bored. You actually want to meet with people. And here's why: humans are wired for contribution. We need to feel like we matter, that we're building something, that our knowledge and experience are being put to use. I love having Zoom meetings with people and helping them out. You didn't spend 30 years developing expertise just so you could spend the next 20 years pretending none of it mattered. The semi retirees who really thrive aren't the ones who've maximized leisure. They're the ones who found meaningful work that doesn't exhaust them. Maybe that's mentoring younger professionals. Maybe it's solving problems for small businesses that can't afford big consulting firms. Maybe it's teaching. Maybe it's serving on a nonprofit board where your experience actually moves the needle. The key word is meaningful, not just busy work, not just killing time, work that matters to you, stuff you enjoy. I'll say this directly. If your semi-retirement plan is all about what you're going to stop doing, you're missing half the equation. You also need to know what you're going to start doing that gives you purpose, the elements that you find rewarding. Because here's the thing: purpose isn't optional. It's not a nice to have. It's as essential as food and water for your mental health at this stage. All right. Point number three: semi retirement is about pace, not schedule. This is subtle, but it's crucial. Most people plan semi retirement around a schedule. Like, I'll work Monday through Wednesday. I'll only work mornings. I'll take summers off. But here's what actually matters: pace. Can you work in a way that doesn't exhaust you? Can you take a break when you need one? Can you have a slow Tuesday when your body is telling you to slow down? Or can you go hard when you're energized without someone telling you you're working too much? I know a guy who does, a friend of mine who does fractional CFO work. Some weeks, he tells me he's working 50 hours because his three clients need him. Other weeks, man, he's only working 10 hours because that's what the work requires. He can take off October and go on a vacation with his wife because he wants to. Then he can come back in November and start up again. There's no schedule. There's just pace. He works hard when it makes sense. He rests when it makes sense. He makes decisions based on energy and opportunity, not arbitrary days on a calendar. Now, that's what I want. I want to travel with my wife to her pickleball tournaments. I want to work on projects I enjoy with people that I like. Is that really too much to ask for? Compare that to traditional employment, even part time employment, where you've got to show up Tuesday through Thursday, no matter what. You might be exhausted on Tuesday, and Thursday might be pointless, but you're there because that's their schedule. The schedule doesn't care about your pace, it doesn't care about your energy, it doesn't care about what actually needs to get done. It's just the damn schedule. When you're designing your semi retirement, think less about what days will I work and more about what pace can I sustain that keeps me engaged without burning me out. Maybe that's 20 hours some weeks, 40 hours others. Maybe that's working intensely for 6 months and taking 2 months completely off. Maybe that's being available for urgent calls at 9 p.m., but taking Tuesday afternoons to just totally disappear. The point is, you're designing for a sustainable pace, not a rigid schedule, which brings us to point number 4. Semi retirement is about identity on your terms. For decades, your identity was handed to you. You were director of whatever, VP of something, the guy who ran this division. Your business card told people who you were. Your email signature defined your worth, and your paycheck confirmed it. And now you get to decide who are you when nobody's giving you a title. Now, this might terrify some people, and for others, it liberates them. But the people who struggle with semi retirement are the ones who can't let go of the external validation. They need the title, they need the org chart, they need other people to understand their importance. The people who thrive, they've made peace with defining themselves. Maybe you become the person who helps small manufacturing companies fix their operations. Maybe you're someone who's really good at taking complex technical concepts and making them understandable. Maybe you're the guy who's seen enough product launches to know what actually works to make it happen. No title, no corporate approval, just you and the job description you want based on what you're good at. Here's what makes this hard. You have to trust that your value exists without external validation. You have to believe you're worth listening to, even when there's no VP or SVP in front of your name. And for those of us who spent careers in environments where your title determined whether people took you seriously or not, well, that's a pretty big mental shift. But here's the gift. Once you make that shift, you're free. You stop caring what other people think about your choices. You stop explaining yourself. You stop apologizing for designing a life that works for you, even if it doesn't look like everyone else's. I think semi retirement done right is about claiming your identity instead of having it assigned to you. Truth number 5, retirement. Oh, excuse me. Semi retirement is about building to, not retiring from. This is a big reframe. Most people think of retirement, even semi retirement, as an exit strategy, that you're retiring from corporate life, from the stress, from the commute, from the politics, from the BS. But if all you're doing is running away from something, you're going to feel lost. The people I've noticed that have nailed semi retirement, they aren't retreating. They're building towards something, towards more time with family, but also towards a specific kind of work that they've always wanted to do. They're working towards deeper relationships in their community, towards mastery of something new, towards a business they've wanted to start, towards making an impact in an area that they care about. So ask yourself right now, what what are you building to? Not what are you escaping from? Because the escaping piece, that's easy. We can all list what we're done with. But what we're moving to, if you can answer that question, truly, if you can answer that question with clarity, man, you are ready. Not because you need more money, right? Because this isn't about the money. That might be true, but because if you haven't done the hard work of figuring out what that next chapter is all about, you're definitely going to struggle. You need to have that focus on what you're moving to. Now, here's how you can figure it out. Think about the moments in your career where you felt the most alive. Not the most successful. I'm not talking about that. The most alive when you were like truly in flow. Remember when time disappeared on projects and the stuff you were doing, that when you went home exhausted but satisfied? Now, ask yourself, what was it about those moments that made them special? I mean, was it solving hard problems? Was it maybe teaching someone something? Maybe it was creating order out of chaos. Maybe it was connecting with people and watching something in them transform and turn them into a new person. Whatever it was, that's what you're building towards in semi retirement. More of that on your terms, at your pace, with your choice of what, who, how, and when. Semi retirement isn't the end of something, it's the beginning of doing your best work in an environment that you truly control. Let me bring this home. All right. Semi retirement isn't about working less. It's about working with control, meaning, a sustainable pace, self defined identity, and a clear direction. You might end up working the same hours you worked in your corporate gig. You might work more, maybe you work less. But if you've optimized for those five things: control, meaning, pace, identity, and direction, the hours won't matter. You'll feel semi retired even if you're busy, because you'll be busy on purpose, not busy on someone else, on what they think you ought to be doing. The question isn't, when can I cut back my hours? The question is, when can I take full ownership of my work and my time? For some of you, man, that's this year, right? Maybe it's out of necessity. For others, maybe it's a few years out. The timeline matters less than the clarity. If this resonated, like and subscribe. I make videos every week for people navigating this transition from corporate life to whatever comes next. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest fear about semi-retirement? What's the one thing holding you back from making the move? And, I know for some of us, myself included, we were pushed. So we have to make this move. For others, let me know if something's holding you back. See, the thing is, you've earned the right to design this next chapter on your terms. Don't waste it by optimizing for the wrong thing. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.